Okay, imagine this. You're 16. School's out. You're just waiting for your ride home. You finish a bag of chips, crumple it up, stick the empty bag in your pocket. Trash, right? Next thing you know, bam, you're surrounded. Maybe 8 police cars, lights flashing. Officers are yelling, guns pointed at you, forcing you down, handcuffing you, and the weapon they're looking for. That empty chip bag?
It sounds like something out of a movie, but that exact scenario, that shocking detail, is what happened to a 16-year-old student, Allan. He got handcuffed because an AI security system flagged that snack bag as, well, possibly a gun.
And that's the core of the report we're diving into today. This incident at Kenwood High School in Maryland back on October 20th, 2025.
Yeah, it's a really stark example, isn't it? It shows what can happen when this kind of security tech meets, the real world. The consequences can be devastating.
Right. We've got sources covering everything, the police side, what the tech company said, the school's response, all of it. Our mission here is really to pick this apart. How does an AI designed for safety make that mistake? A chip bag for a gun.
And maybe even more importantly,
Where did the human part go wrong? There's supposed to be a verification step, right?
yeah.
Why did that whole process just collapse?
Exactly. This isn't just a tech glitch story. It's about how one error, mixed with, frankly, procedural chaos, leads to genuine trauma. Okay, let's unpack the incident itself first.
So based on the news reports, WMAR2 News
You got a
specifically,
dog in the car?
Allan wasn't doing anything wrong,
What's
just
that?
finished his snack, crumpled the bag, pocketed it, waiting.
Completely mundane. And then the
You
reaction?
can probably squeeze by.
It was just huge, overwhelming.
Allan himself described it. He said, police showed up, like 8 cop cars, and then they all came out with guns pointed at me, talking about getting on the ground.
Imagine that. He said, I'm putting my hands up, like, what's going on? Just total confusion and fear.
That response, level 8 cars, guns drawn, triggered by an algorithm misreading a shape.
And it only got sorted out after all that drama, after he was already detained. The police body cameras were key. Well, the footage apparently shows the officers reviewing the flagged video while Allan is still there. They trace the item back, figure out it came from a trash can nearby.
Ah, so they found the original source of the chips.
Exactly. And realized the system had flagged the empty bag he put in his pocket. That's when they understood the mistake.
And there's that quote from the officer on the body cam. It's pretty telling.
Oh, yeah. He says to the students something like, I guess just the way you guys were eating chips, it picked it up as a gun. AI's not the best.
Wow. AI is not the best. From the officer right there on the scene.
Right. An immediate admission from someone dealing with the fallout, saying the tech is flawed, unreliable, right after handcuffing a kid over it.
Does the source say if this officer had seen false alarms before?
Hey, just so you guys are aware, so basically the cameras around the system, they pick up on things that look like guns. I guess just the way you guys were eating chips, Doritos or whatever, it picked it up as a gun. That's all. AI is not the best. Yeah, you can just ID and cut loose.
Or was it just an in-the-moment realization?
It sounds like an immediate reaction to this situation's absurdity,
It-
which
it
honestly says
registers
a
as a
lot
gun.
about how maybe frontline responders perceive this tech.
But here's where it gets
Yeah,
complicated.
so you see
Because
how-
the officer says AI is not the best, but then you look at the official responses.
Right. The leadership, the vendor, they had a very
our
different
system
take.
says that you have a
It
gun.
shifts away from the AI failure.
Yeah, the superintendent, Dr. Miriam Rogers, actually claimed the
thanks for not running
system
away.
functioned as intended.
That'd be
How
a
do you
real
square
problem.
that?
Well, she framed it very carefully. She argued the AI's job isn't really to confirm a weapon, it's just to flag anything suspicious for a human to check. So, because it sent an alert, technically it did its job. That was the argument.
Okay. And the company that made the system, Omnalert.
They echoed that completely, said their system operated as designed. It uses AI, flags a possible threat, sends it for human review, and then it's up to the safety personnel.
It sounds like they're saying, look, we built a sensitive detector. If it goes off, it's not our fault what happens next. Passing the buck, almost.
That's the core tension, isn't it? If the system is designed to be hypersensitive, just flagging shapes and leaving all the judgment, all the risk to the human, is it really about safety? Or is it more about covering liability? It's built on probability, not certainty. A chip bag could look like a gun statistically, I guess, in a specific crumpled way.
But if that's the design, just flag possibilities, then the human system around it needs to be absolutely rock solid to handle all the false alarms, which it seems it wasn't.
Not even close. And this is the critical breakdown the sources highlight. The human verification part failed spectacularly.
So
Get this. The Baltimore County Public Schools' own safety team, they initially canceled the alert.
Wait, what? So they saw the alert, looked at the video, and decided, nope, false alarm.
Exactly. The internal check worked. The designated humans reviewed it and correctly dismissed it.
How on earth did 8 police cars show up?
Communication breakdown. A massive one. The sources say while the safety team canceled it on their end, the school principal didn't see the cancellation or didn't get notified in time or something, and the principal contacted the school resource officer directly.
Oh, no. So the principal went around the safety team's decision, escalated it independently.
That's what it looks like. The principal acted, coordinating this huge police response, even though the internal experts had already resolved the alert as a false positive.
So much for human verification. It seems like you need verification of the verification if different humans aren't talking to each other.
Precisely. What does human verification even mean if one part cancels the threat and another part triggers a massive response anyway? The AI made an error, sure, but human organizational failure amplified it hugely.
And the person paying the price for all this failure is Allan. We have to remember the impact on him.
Absolutely. His own words show how deep that goes. He told the news, "I don't think no chip bag should be mistaken for a gun at all." Which is obvious, right?
Of course.
But then he added this, and it's worrying. "I don't think I'm safe enough to go outside, especially eating a bag of chips or drinking something. I just stay inside until my ride comes."
That's heartbreaking. The system meant to make him safer actually made him afraid to just exist normally at school. He changed his behavior because of the technology's potential error.
And you can see how this one incident tapped into much wider anxieties people already have about AI being rolled out everywhere.
Yeah, the sources brought up those broader critiques, like AI being forced way too fast without enough real-world testing, sea trials.
There's real skepticism. People worry about mistakes like this, obviously, and they worry about companies using the AI made a mistake line as sort of an excuse. The false AI clause, as someone put it.
Shifting blame from maybe bad design or bad implementation to just the algorithm did it.
Right. And some critics even argue that a lot of this stuff isn't really true AI anyway. It's just algorithms, maybe complex ones, but labeled AI to sound more advanced or authoritative than they are.
Which leads straight to lawyers, I imagine. The sources mention potential lawsuits.
Oh, yeah. Against the school district, against OmniAlert. Yeah. When you have this kind of trauma based on a system error compounded by procedural failure, lawsuits seem almost inevitable, especially around liability, who knew what when.
And it connects to other things people experience, right? Like airport scanners.
Exactly. The sources draw that parallel. Body scanners flagging weird things, clothing folds, medical devices, who knows what, as threats.
It's that same pattern. Constant surveillance, technology that makes mistakes, but triggers these extreme stressful responses. People are getting wary of it.
Definitely. Whether it's school or travel, you see this unease with fallible systems having so much power. And the result, people pull back.
Like Allan saying he just stays inside now. Adjusting your life to avoid the surveillance friction.
It's a chilling outcome. Opting out or changing your routine just to avoid being misidentified by a machine.
So let's pull this together. What have we learned from this deep dive? We saw an AI system that, okay, technically it did what the vendor said it would do. It sent an alert.
Right. It functioned as intended in that narrow sense.
But that initial AI mistake, flagging a chip bag, combined with a complete mess-up in human communication and procedure,
led to a terrifying, potentially dangerous situation for a teenager just trying to go home. The tech part might have worked by its own limited definition, but the safety system around it failed utterly.
And that leaves us with a really provocative thought, doesn't it?
It does. The vendor can say the AI did its job because it alerted a human. But if that's the standard, if the system just has to flag a shape, any shape vaguely resembling something bad,
and pass all the responsibility, all the risk, to the next person in line, even if that next step is flawed,
then you have to ask, what are these systems really designed for? Are they designed to actually be accurate and safe? Or are they designed, perhaps cynically, just to successfully hand off liability to the human element, however broken that process might be?
Something for you to definitely mull over next time you hear about AI ensuring safety somewhere.